Hi guys, welcome back to Paranormal Resident and welcome to Elizabeth's Fort. Welcome back to Paranormal Resident and welcome residents to Elizabeth's Fort. Before we start, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, all linked down below. Elizabeth Fort is a 17th century star fort off Barrack Street in Cork, Ireland, originally built as a defensive fortification on high ground outside the city walls. The city eventually grew around the fort and it took on various other roles, including use as a military barracks, prison and police station. Elizabeth's Fort was first constructed in 1601. This fort is built of earth, stone and timber as per the orders of Sir George Carew, President of Munster. The building of the fort is in response to the events of that year at Kinsale. In 1603, the death of Queen Elizabeth sparks revolt in the city of Cork. The fort is attacked by 800 men and the guns are seized. The people of Cork are forced to pay for the repair of the fort after English reinforcements restore control. In 1624, the fort is rebuilt in stone. The existing fort is demolished and a stronger stone fort is constructed. This fort is built in its present star shape, and much of the fort from this build survives to this day. In 1649, the walls of the fort are made higher and defensive improvements made. This is done by the order of Oliver Cromwell. The Siege of Cork occurred in 1690. Elizabeth Fort and the walled city of Cork are held by Jacobite forces while being attacked by Williamite soldiers. The fort holds out, but it is surrendered when the city wall is breached after about a week of bombardment. In 1754, the headless corpse of Morty Og O'Sullivan Bear is allegedly buried within the walls of Elizabeth Fort. Morty Og had been the captain of the Wild Geese, but found himself on the wrong side of the law when John Puckley was killed. Between 1817 and 1837, the fort is used as a convict depot for transportation. Prisoners from all over Ireland were held within the fort, up to 250 at a time, while waiting for convict ships to leave for Australia. During the Great Famine of Ireland, Elizabeth Fort by then an RIC station is used as a food depot to address widespread starvation. This is one of 10 food depots within the city. Together, these fed up to 20,000 people per day. During the fight for Irish freedom, Elizabeth Fort is used as a base for auxiliary forces brought in by Britain to fight against the Irish Republican Army, the IRA. During the Second World War, a time referred to in Ireland as the Emergency, an air raid shelter built within the fort offered protection in case of bombings. In 1929, a new Garda station was built within the fort. This is one of the first building projects of the Free State government in Cork. These buildings survive today and were in use as a Garda station until 2013. Elizabeth Fort is said to be incredibly haunted. The apparition of the headless Monty Og O'Sullivan Bear is said to walk the walls of Elizabeth Fort. The ghost of a Jacobite soldier was seen walking through the courtyard. He seemed to be heading in the direction of a non-existent building. Visitors have reported the feeling of being touched and followed around the walls of the star-shaped fort. What would you do if you were alone and in the dark at Elizabeth Fort and you seen the headless apparition of Monty Og O'Sullivan? Would you run away, or would you be like me and run towards it? I would love the opportunity to investigate Elizabeth Fort at night, but sadly it was not possible. But thank you so much for watching Paranormal Resident. If you could, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, all linked down below. Until next time, bye.